Hello and welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol and I'm so glad you joined us today. So check out the sections on the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage. They just make it easier for you to find classes by length or by purpose or by body area. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. It's free and we'd love to hear from you, so leave me a comment. Now in today's practice, we're going to explore poses for a healthy posture. You'll only need your chair, and let's get started. All right. So we're going to take just a couple of moments. I want you to lift up your heart. So first of all, we've moved forward in our chair, right? So we're not leaning back. Let's go ahead and lift our heart nice and tall. Pull those shoulders down out of the ears. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Go ahead and take a moment to ground those feet, making sure you have them equally weighted on the floor. Make sure your sits bones are equally weighted on the chair. Make sure you're lifting up out of the chair, right? So you're sitting up nice and tall. Let's place our hands lightly on our thighs. Palms are going to face up. Close your eyes and breathe. Now just focusing in on that breath, there's that natural inhalation and exhalation. Take a couple of moments and just center yourself into that breath, letting go of everything outside of the room. We're going to elongate that breath. We're going to inhale a little more deeply and exhale a little more completely. And with each inhalation, I want you to think about extending that spine just a little bit longer. Sitting up just a little bit taller. Visualizing that spine tall and erect, all the way from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs. Open your eyes. And let's just roll those shoulders up, back, and down. Oh yeah, that feels good. Up, back, and down. And reverse it. Good. All right, we're going to move into a cat and a cow. So let's start by bringing our hands to our heart and lifting up. Kind of exaggerate that lift through the sternum, right through that heart. So sort of exaggerating that, thinking about that long crown of the head up to the ceiling. So as we move into our cat pose, pull those ribs back towards the front ribs back, and then your tailbone goes heavy. Now we're going to round that spine. And at this point, as you tuck your chin, go ahead and bring your hands back down to your thighs and look at your belly button. Now we're going to lift up into that cat-cow pose. We're going to grab the back of our chair and open up that heart. All right, so lifting up through that heart. Let's do that again. So back to our cat pose. Let's bring our hands to heart. So all I'm doing is I'm really trying to just get you to think, right? Thinking about pulling those ribs in, softening through the center of the body, making that tailbone super heavy. Hands are at heart. We're just thinking about rounding over those hands. Now go ahead and place the hands in your lap. Tuck the chin. Look at the belly button. All right, we're going to go ahead and lift up again into that cow pose, and we're going to grab that back of that chair. Oh, yeah. One more breath here and release. Let's roll maybe one shoulder at a time. And if you like, kind of rocking the neck a little bit too. Go for it. It's good. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to take our right hand and we're going to try to touch the ceiling, keeping this shoulder down. So in our extended mountain, we always want to think about keeping our shoulder blades out of those ears, even though we're trying to touch the ceiling. Opposite hand is going to go down towards the floor. So this hand I'm trying to touch the ceiling, this hand I'm trying to touch the floor, and I'm stretching through the center of the body, keeping that spine super long, belly is tight. One more breath. Come back center. We're going the other way. Now, this can be as much or as little as you want to put into it, right? So either you're really trying to touch the ceiling and trying to touch the floor and you're working and extending through the center of the body and belly is tight and you're actively working this, or you're not, right? Think about trying to work it. And back center we go. Roll those shoulders one final time. Right, so it's kind of that get as much out of it as you put into it. Good job. We're going to move into a crescent lunge. All right, so I'm going to take this knee and I'm going to open it wide. Now this knee is going to fall towards the floor. First of all, just hang out here for just a couple of breaths. You probably are already feeling the front of this leg stretching. I am, right? And that's fine. And this could be exactly where you want to be. If you want a little bit more, I'm going to push that foot back behind me gently. This is a super gentle pose. We're trying to warm things up through the bottom of the body. So just be super nice to your body. Be gentle. Let's release that knee and we're going to do that one more time. And face forward. All right. So now we're going to do a pyramid pose. So I'm going to extend this leg, the same leg, out in front of me. All right, so I'm going to extend nice and long through the spine. My hands are going to be on my leg, and I'm just going to gently walk myself down that leg. And again, really doesn't matter how far down you go. I don't care in the least. Just keep that back flat, right? Let that heart be the thing that falls forward. Not nose to knee, right? It's kind of heart to thigh, not nose to knee. So I'm not rounding like we did in cat pose. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back up. And we're going to do the other side, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open. Nice. Okay, let's let this knee fall down. Maybe you stay right here. It's great. If you want to stay right here, stay right here. I feel this leg, so as your quadricep is stretching now, and if you push the foot behind you a little bit, now you're going to get the hip flexor too, all right? So it's just a little opening for the front side of that body. I'm looking over my front knee and my heart is lifted. Okay, let's go ahead and release that and we're going to do it again. So remember, we're being gentle. We're not doing anything drastic right here. This is a super gentle stretch. And we're going to face forward. We're just warming things up. Let's go ahead and take this leg, extend it out, and we're going to extend the spine long, right? Remember, think about visualizing through that spine, and then just hands are going to gently walk down. And I don't care how far. Does not matter at all. So everybody's body is different. Everybody's range of motion is different. All we're doing is wanting you to work within your own range of motion. Let's go ahead and walk back up. Okay, so sit back down on your chair. Make sure you're stable, right? So we've had kind of moved forward. We're going to just do a seated pigeon. Now in our seated pigeon, for this particular position, I just want you to cross ankle to ankle, okay? So that's all I want you to do. Cross ankle to ankle. Now, lengthen through that spine. Put your hands on your shin, on your thighs, and let your heart fall forward. So it's just a gentle beginning to wake up into that hip, right? So we kind of got the front of the leg, we got the back of the leg, and now we're getting a little bit into that hip. Let's go ahead and lift up. Put that foot down. We're going to go straight to the other side, ankle to ankle. Lengthen through the spine, belly is tight, and just let your heart fall forward. It should feel really good. Just one more breath here. Up we go. All right, let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing on the right side of our chair. Okay, so the leg next to the back of the chair, that's the foot that we're going to have placed under the chair, but I want you to be able to bend your knee and touch the side of the chair. Okay? So that kind of gives you an idea of how far under the chair that foot goes. All right. So we're going to go straight to a warrior two. So this leg is going to step back into that 45-degree angle. Bend your front knee. Bring your arms out to the side, and you're facing forward. You're facing towards me. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in those arms. All right, we're going to move into a side angle pose. So we're going to start with this hand in the chair. So we're just simply going to let this hand fall down towards the chair. Opposite arm is going to extend up. And here I am in a side angle pose. So the first thing I want you to do is take the hand that's in the air and place it on your waist and lift your heart. So what tends to happen in our side angle pose is we tend to be here, right? And I want you to really think about lifting up. Feel the power of your spine, right? So just drawing that energy all the way from the foot up through the side waist, lifting up the heart. My head is not hanging out here. My head is lifted. I'm working. This is a lot of work. Go ahead and extend that arm back out. Now, pull that belly button in. Hug the ribs towards the spine. Stretching nice and long. So what we're going to do next is the hand that's in the air, we're going to bring it around and we're going to let that, I call it bicep by ear, right? So you're extending that arm nice and long. Extending through that spine, really feeling the strength of that spine, helping and working, lengthening. One more breath. We're going to bring that hand back out. Okay, now what I want you to do is straighten your front leg, and if it's available to you, I want you to see if you can bring the hand, take it out of your chair and bring it down by your ankle. Now, if it's by your shin, that's fine. The main thing I want you to try to do is not be holding on. See if you can use the strength of your body, right? Your belly is tight, your spine is long, you're working through that spine. You're really holding yourself up using the power of that line, right? That strong spine. Beautiful triangle pose. We just have one more breath here. All right, we're going to bend our front knee, put our hand back down into that chair for that side angle pose. Take the hand that's in the air, place it back at your waist. Press through this front heel back to your warrior two. Oh my goodness, do you feel that? Whew, we worked hard. Flip that palm up and back. Let's just reverse the warrior. Just kind of a nice stretch, a little counter stretch there, right? Come back to that warrior two and release. Okay. Did you do okay on that one? It was hard. There was a lot of work that we were doing. Let's come to the other side of our chair. There's no question about it. What we're trying to do, though, is really focus in on that lengthening through, right? So thinking about that spine, that posture, working on the strength of that. Okay, we're going to go to the other side. So this, again, is the leg that's next to the back of the chair. That's the one you want to have the foot under, be able to bend that knee, right? Okay. This leg, we're going to step it back, that 45-degree angle, and we're going to come straight to that warrior two. Front knee is bent. We're touching the chair. Hips are forward. Squeeze those bones against the muscles. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in your arms. So there's our beautiful warrior two. Ribs are in the center. Feeling that stretch. All right, are we ready? This is the hand that's going to come back into the chair. Remember, if you don't like being on your wrist and you want to be on that fist, that's okay. But I really don't want there to be very much pressure on this hand anyway. I want you to be working through the center of the body. That's where you're holding. That's the strength. That's the power. Okay, we're going to start by the hand that's in the air. Place it on your waist. Lift that heart up. There you go. So we're not twisting down, right? We're lifting that heart up. So we're stretching through here. We're feeling, again, visualizing that tailbone, the spine through the tailbone, out the crown of the head, using the power of that spine, right? Drawing that energy all the way from the foot through out the crown of that head. So we're really feeling that stretch. Hug those ribs into the spine, really pulling that belly button in. Noticing, is your head falling, right? Don't let it. Keep that head up. All that alignment is hard. Okay, let's go ahead and take the hand back up to the ceiling. Don't lose your open heart and bring that bicep by the ear. So we're stretching through that sideways. We're really lengthening, stretching through. One more breath here. All right, go ahead and bring that hand back up to the ceiling. Now, what I would like for you to do is straighten that front leg. We're going to move into a triangle pose. If you can, if it works for you, take the hand off the chair and bring it down. I don't know, it can be by the shin, it can be by the ankle. I don't really care how far down you are. I just care that you stay open. So if you're trying to get your hand down by your ankle and your whole body is twisting, then I would rather you bring the hand up higher on that leg and open up. Does that make sense? The other thing, if you can, try not to be holding that ankle. I don't want you to be using that for holding up. I want you to be using your spine and your belly. That's how you're holding yourself up. I know. Kind of testing the power of that line, of that spine, aren't you? Keeping that heart open. Okay, are we ready? I'm ready. Let's bend that front knee and come back to that warrior two. Let's go ahead and reverse our warrior. Flip that palm up and back. Come back to your warrior two. Squeeze those arms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And release. Whew. How was that? Everybody okay? All right. Let's grab a sip of water. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, and I want you to have your hands in front of you, palms facing up. We're going to take those arms and we're going to move them out, and then we're going to lift those hands up about shoulder length or shoulder height. Keep those palms up. Now you're going to turn your hands, fingertips in towards the ears. Now those hands are going to come out and around, and then the fingertips are going to point towards the middle of the belly. And then you're going to take those hands and move back to their starting position. So the idea here is to not lose whatever you have on the trays, which is right in the palms of your hands. Now we're going to reverse it. All right, are we ready? We're going to bring it around first. Out they go. Up and around. Bring those hands back down to our starting position. We're going to do that again. Here we go. Out they go. Palms up about shoulder width or shoulder height. Fingertips come back and around. Around they go towards the middle of the body. Out and reverse it. Just a little work for those shoulders. Back down they go. Can we do it one more time? I know, we've got this. Up they go. Around. It almost takes 3 times to figure out what we're doing, doesn't it? Hand me your trays. Let's come back in. Back around we go. Up and around. I think I lost the tray on my right hand. And down we go. Very, very good. That one's a little tricky. It's good though. Okay, so we're going to come to those cactus arms and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades behind our back. Now, I want you to take this hand and bring it across, and it's not going to be on the collarbone, but just under the collarbone. We got this little group of muscles there, and I want you to put your fingers there and kind of hold that group of muscles tight. Now, you're going to look over your shoulder. At the same time, you're going to press your cactus arm back. Do you feel that? Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I feel that one. Just one more breath. Go ahead and bring that cactus arm back in and release, okay? Let's do the other side. Did you feel that one? All right, here we go. Cactus arms. Now we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to put my hand right under that collarbone. I'm going to look over, not the arm, not the cactus arm. Look over the other side. Now, the arm that's in cactus, you're going to bring that shoulder back behind. There you go. You feel it? I do. We're just holding it and breathing. Holding it and breathing. One more breath. Bring the cactus arm back forward. Look forward and release. Let's do that one more time. Just one more time. Here we go. Bring it across. Look, press back. Come back center. Cactus arms. Other side. Look and press it back. Come back center and release. All right, does that feel good? Okay, let's go to Crescent Lunge. So I'm going to take my knee and I'm going to open it nice and wide. Then I'm going to let this knee fall down towards the floor. This could be where you want to stay, but if you're with me, I'm going to press my leg back. I'm back on those back toes. I'm going to let the kneecap, back of the kneecap press up towards the ceiling. I'm looking forward. Come to cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you and look up at the ceiling. So there's quite a stretch for not only the quadricep, but also the hip flexor. Let's release everything and we're going to do that again. Even if you have your knee down, do the arm movements. Okay, here we go. I'm pressing the back of my kneecap up to the ceiling. I'm coming to those goalpost arms. I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades behind me and I'm going to look up at the ceiling. Just one more breath here. Bring your hands back down. Release that leg and face forward. Okay, same leg extends out in front. We're going to lengthen through the spine and we're going to let our heart fall forward. Keep your hands on those thighs if you want to for some support. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Extend through the spine nice and long. Let your heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Lengthen through the spine, keeping the back flat. Let that heart fall forward. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Nice. Okay, we're going to move to seated pigeon. So I'm going to cross ankle to knee. And then I'm going to lengthen through my spine, and I'm going to let my heart fall forward. All right, let's go ahead and roll it up. And I'm going to flutter my butterfly. Okay, let's do that again. This time extending the spine long. Put your elbow right there in front of the knee. Put your chin on those fingers and give it a gentle press. This is just an option. If you don't like it, leave it out. It's okay. Let's come up and flutter that butterfly. All right, we have another version, extending the hands to the ceiling. Now shoot those fingertips towards the wall in front of you, and then just let them fall down towards the floor. All right, come up. And let's go to the other side. So I'm going to take this knee and we're going to open it nice and wide. We're going to let this knee, opposite knee, fall down towards the floor. If you like this, that's great. Otherwise, you're going to push your leg back behind you. You're on those back toes. Back of the kneecap presses up towards the ceiling. Look over your front knee. Come into cactus arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind your back. Look up at the ceiling. Let's release it, and we're going to do that again. Here we go. You got it. And release. Face forward. Pyramid pose. Extending that same leg out in front of you, toes to the ceiling. Lengthen through the spine. Let that heart fall forward, keeping the back flat. Tuck the chin. Roll it up nice and slow. Lengthen through that spine. Let that heart come forward, keeping the back flat. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Extend the spine long, belly button to spine, back is flat. Tuck the chin and roll it. Beautiful. Pigeon pose, here we go. My ankle is on my knee, and maybe I stay right here. This could be fine. Otherwise, you're going to lengthen through the spine and let that heart fall forward. All right, keeping the back flat, so we're not rounding. Up we go. Let's flutter our butterfly. Do it again. Extend the spine long. This time maybe the elbow goes there on that knee. And place your chin on those fingers and press. All right, let's come up. Flutter again. Last time. Extending the spine long. Hands to the ceiling. Hands come out towards the wall in front of you. And then you just let them fall towards the floor. All right, up we go. Go ahead and sit back in your chair. Hands are resting lightly on your thighs, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Wonder in richness. Listen, watch, and read more of what makes you think and less of what makes you angry or smug. Do less of what gives you regret and more of what offers you meaningful challenge. You are more complex and able than you usually give yourself credit for being. Explore that complexity. Engage that ability. Stop paying so much attention to those who say only what you already knew they would say. Seek every day to discover some new bit of insight that resides outside your existing assumptions. The reality where you're immersed is rich and diverse in countless dimensions. Actively open yourself to its possibilities and reach levels of value and fulfillment you cannot now imagine. Go where you expect to encounter what you are not expecting. Pleasantly surprise yourself with how curious, flexible, and adaptable you can be. Life and all those who live it will never run out of new facets, qualities, and nuances to amaze and enlighten you. Continue to let the wonder and richness freely flow. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Remember, leave me a comment. Click on leave me a comment and click on that subscribe button, and I will see you next time.